just we keep going back to a new Phineas Ferb episode review. And if last one, there, check it out. We're on the last episode of, I'm guessing, season 5 now, because yeah, this was the last episode that is now currently out, been released of the new episodes of season 5, and yeah, this was a very crazy episode, and or special, I guess you could say, and felt actually felt like I was like about to cry towards the end. But yeah, it has starts with Doofenshmirtz getting this thing ready for tonight, and all his family's gonna be there, and yeah, he even considers like Perry family, and of course Vanessa's gonna be there, and he doesn't even mention um Norm. He shows this machine, this or this blender, and yeah, just gives a mop to Norm, and yeah, Norm just singing, which yeah, he a pretty good song, I would definitely say, because again, Norm just still not really thinking that he's considered family to Doofenshmirtz, and you got to feel bad for him too, right? Him just not really being considered as a part of the actual family that Doofenshmirtz doesn't really see him as. Even putting this picture of Norm on this portrait of Vanessa and Doofenshmirtz, and Vanessa's wondering what he's singing about. And yeah, we're saying Flynn Fletcher showing off some skipping rock techniques, which actually gives the idea for Phineas and Ferb to know what they're doing today and building a device that they can be able to skip loads of rocks in different ponds in the tri-state area. And yeah, when they putting hands together, Isabella actually blushes because Phineas's hand is on top of hers, and yeah, she's talking to herself as well in different ways. And yeah, we're seeing Perry in his lair, and yeah, Major Monogram is just messing with his new vending machine, which of course telling Perry to go and see Doofenshmirtz. And yeah, Candace is seeing the boys throughout the telescope, and she actually gets the keys. Like, yeah, if she can't show her mom the inventions, that she'll bring it to her. And yeah, right before she starts singing, Buford is like, nope, and changing the actual tone of the music to, yeah, just cutting off Candace's song completely. That was pretty funny. And yeah, using these cool death stangs to skip rocks into different puddles. And yeah, we have Love Handle as well singing too. And we have this another thing with Isabella blushing when Phineas fist bumps her, and the hand touch, the fist bump, or just showing different things that she's writing down. And Perry sees this machine, and Doofenshmirtz, of course, greets Perry and trapping him, and showing that he's been making loads of vending machines, is making a profit as well. And at his first time, it wasn't really working out, but selling vending machines even in the toilets, like, oh man. And yeah, of course, Norm tells him that obviously they're just vending machines, because Doofenshmirtz didn't even really consider that they were just vending machines. But of course, Norm saying that they were his friends. But then they turn evil, and that's a apocalypse of vending machines, as the title would say. And yeah, they're getting electrocuted and stuffing Doofenshmirtz, and then Candace dragging part of the things into the trunk, and Isabella wanting some girl advice, some grown-up girl advice. And yeah, the vending machines are just going absolutely everywhere, even when at the OWCA as well, when getting the snack, and even the backyard too, with having to save Buford and driving off too, which yeah, they end up getting stopped by the vending machines, and they're going all over the place, trapping people inside the vending machines, and yep, even Carl and Major Monogram getting trapped and being all brought to Doofenshmirtz's headquarters. And Vanessa comes, and we see this funny moment too, which is quite funny flashback thing. But yeah, Vanessa fights the Messanes and saves her dad, and Norm also helps fight. And yeah, they're about to get out, but then Norm is getting his legs caught by the robots, and he actually lets go and getting trapped by the vending machines. And then we see the leader of these vending machines too, this female vending machine, and saying of how she sees how Norm has been treated and showing people just kicking vending machines around, and she just says how Norm has been treated in the years, and doing this song as well, which yeah is quite an interesting but emotional song too, I guess you could say. While Phineas and the gang are trying to figure out a way to get inside of Doofenshmirtz's headquarters, and yeah, Doofenshmirtz just saying how all the robots are taking over the tri-state area, and yeah, they disguise themselves as in cardboard boxes as robots, and even Candace pretending like to, being a vending machine. And yeah, they actually get granted. And then the people in the tri-state area are actually being put into actual bags inside a very big vending machine. Yeah, they're being turned into snacks pretty much. And yeah, of course, Doofenshmirtz, Vanessa, and Perry get caught. And Buford gets a snack, and of course, it turns off the vending machine, which gives the idea that if they can get all the snacks out and shows the big coin slot and get all the people out as well, which then we see Norm, which he has formed feuds basically, and they're about to get captured. And Candace comes and brings the devices that they used, which they can use to do the coins in. And yeah, they're fighting. And of course, Buford or Doofenshmirtz is disappointed in Norm, and yeah, Vanessa gets into the elevator and releasing more of the people, and the gang made up with Vanessa, which she shows her dad's coin collection, which they use to suit coins into the vending machine, letting other people out, and this other song, which is pretty good as well, and another Isabella blessing moment too, and Perry fighting, and even Buford or Doofenshmirtz even helping and using some of these innators and even getting trapped, and this emotional thing too, and just saying of how he was really family. Norm is really family, because we actually see of when Doofenshmirtz moved into his building, his evil incorporated building, and his ex-wife, just hanging up on him and just saying, just let Vanessa know I love her. And this is where I just felt emotional, I could just say. And even building Norm out of this bucket as well, where she got the bucket from, and seeing these different things outside too, and building this body for Norm, the origins of Norm, and how they're just having fun as well. And even doing this in Nader, and even when Vanessa came, them just, again, just so emotional, I can just say. Absolutely adorable. And yeah, it just feels so bad, or so sorry as well. And it's very beautiful too, I can just say. And yeah, then Norm comes back, and the huge vending machine is about to fall, which Candace gets him out, and they free Doofenshmirtz. And then the female vending machine is releasing more vending machines, which then they're getting Perry's having to get Vanessa out, and Doofenshmirtz, or not, Doofenshmirtz is trying to stop Norm, because Norm says that he can stop all of them by pressing his self-destruct button. Yeah, Norm is willing to sacrifice his own robotic life to save the tri-state area. And of course, this is emotional too. And even giving him the squirrel that was powering Norm as well. And yeah, even putting a portrait of Vanessa and Doofenshmirtz and Norm while they're escaping. And he has the self-destruct button, and everybody else sees the self-destruct button too, and explodes. Blows literally the whole top off of the Evil Incorporated. And of course, Doofenshmirtz is just so sad, just saying his robotic, basically his like his own son, basically sacrificing himself to save the tri-state area. And yeah, all the kids are asleep except for Isabella while they're driving home. And yeah, the news is just sewing about the snacks and stuff. And Isabella just talking about the whole advice again. And Candace is just saying, just wait until you get a bit older. It'll all work out. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz just looking for scraps and yeah, him starting to rebuild Norm. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. And again, I'm not sure if this was the final episode of season 5, but it might have been. But if it is this final episode of the 5th season, definitely a really emotional, really good episode for sure. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think.